good speeches.
Let's go.
I swear, people's. I feel like if you spoke on a TED Talk, I feel like people would be like paying good money to see that. I'll pay good money to see that. You speaking at a TED Talk? Would you ever think about doing that?
I'll be there, baby. I'll be there. I'm gonna be on the TED show. Don't worry, it's coming.
Ooh.
Look, it's coming. You know why? Because guess what? Me being out here more public about what I'm doing and how I'm helping others. Guess what? I'm sure I will be getting an interview on TED Talk in the near future.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Yes. So as you were growing and as you were building, the community, what were some things that you felt were challenging as you build a community? So when we built the school community, I've already had. Let me back up a little bit. So a few years ago, I built a couple course products. Right, I built an Airbnb accelerator when Airbnb was like first taking off. Now I have I have several different digital products, right? And so within those digital products, we created communities. And on Facebook, we created a private Facebook group. Just like all these other influencers do, right? They create a free Facebook group, and then they have a paid members. And so what I really started noticing was the power of collaborating within a group setting. Like I always tell people, like empires and high rises aren't built by one person. There's not one person you can name in this world. Whatever success they have, they've done it all by themselves. Like I hate hearing the word like self-made. There's no such thing of self-made. Self-made millionaire, self-made billionaire. That's a bunch of bullshit. They have had help to get them to where they are today, right? That person that you might be referring to as self-made. We all have had help. And so the challenge is giving a group of audience the vision that I have. Because even though that I'm high energy, I'm motivated, what I've noticed of coaching hundreds of people, speaking to hundreds of people, going to tons of networks, I can bring, you ever hear the analogy like you can lead a horse to water but you can't make them drink? Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. Like I want to pour and pour and pour and pour into these people, but there's really only a really small percent of people, going back to what I said earlier, that are actually going to take actionable steps toward what they want to do. Really. So like I can provide all the value, I can provide all the free content, I can provide all the digital content, but if they don't go out there and actually implement one thing that they have learned from me right away, they're going to lose all the knowledge. And a lot of people get stuck in, so I see a lot of people get stuck in the phase of like, oh, I want to learn analysis paralysis, and then they don't take any action. So like creating a community, creating a course, creating whatever, all that stuff's not hard. It's just harder to get your students, your community members to take action on it. Because I can see the people who are taking action. I can see the results. Not only that, when somebody has success in something, they publicize it. It's kind of like we had a community member yesterday post, Jose, he posted because he's on a leaderboard. We have I think a 7-level leaderboard on school in our Be Bold Investing community. And he posted how he's on, I think, level 6. So depending on their success and depending on their engagement within the community, they actually start getting higher ranks. It's a ranking system. It's a tiered system. But getting the individuals, the most difficult part is getting the individuals to take action. At the end of the day, like, for me, and the reason why I say that is because for me, seeing other people hitting their goals, whether it's a small goal or big goal, from something that I have taught or something that I've told them to implement, that to me is emotional currency. So it's hard to see the individuals who are in there soaking up all this value that I'm giving them, but they're taking no action. That's the hard part.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really creating the community. It's not really creating the course product. Yeah, there's difficulties there and challenges there. But to me, that comes with the territory. I think, personally, in my opinion, it's getting people to really take action to what they're doing. And a lot of times people don't take action into something because it's like drinking from a fire hose. There's just too much information. So for instance, in my school community, Be Bold Investing, we have several digital products. We got the B&B Accelerator, right? So you're someone who's out there who wants to learn STR rentals at a very high level. You get that when you come in there. You get Matt Lopez's digital branding product. You get that when you come in there. You get the Pad Split mini course when you come in there. You get the Mac Daddy Volt from all of our weekly live coaching calls that me and Matt do. Matt does one on Tuesdays. I do one on Thursdays for 1 to 2 hours, helping out community members with support. That could be underwriting. That could be how to raise PML, talking about different exit strategies, etc., creative finance, whatever. But what happens is I know a lot of people watching this, like, man, wow, this is a huge value stack that you offer people joining your community, in which it is. And you would think that that's a good thing. It's actually a lot of times a bad thing, because most of the individuals overanalyze, and it's too much information for them. And so a lot of times they either take no action or they just leave the community because it's just too much for them to, engulf. It's just drinking from a fire hose. So really, like, when I'm coaching on my weekly calls, and I get a lot of I had a student in there the other day. He's like, Javier, last week we spoke about creating my buy box for real estate. Okay. Now, this week, once I created my buy box, I'm getting engulfed with all these emails from all these wholesalers. He's like, what do I do? I said, well, are all those deals in your buy box? No, they're not. He said, no, they're not. I said, well, perfect. You eliminate all the noise. The way you eliminate all the noise is as soon as you open up a deal and it's not the year bill or the bed bath count or the location, you disqualify it. That takes 1 to 2 seconds. Now, could you delegate that to somebody to scan through deals for you all day long? Absolutely. But I'm sure if you're someone new just getting in the game, one, I recommend you do that yourself to start getting used to the lingo of real estate and getting used to deals and what deal flow looks like.